Thank you for joining Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you enjoy this class. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hi everyone, it's Rashi here from Stretch and Flow. I'm at the beautiful farm studio. It's been a beautiful day today. You can see the sun probably filtering in through the windows. We're going to do a practice today, full body. I am going to focus a little bit more on the upper body, so perhaps opening the chest, opening the heart a little bit. Really good for people that tend to sit a lot in their jobs, so often, we can slouch our shoulders in and our spine can curve, and so we'll do stretches to counteract that. But we'll also get a stretch of other parts of the body as well. So again, just take what resonates with you and let go of what doesn't. My invitation as we practice today is to really just notice those fluctuations of the mind. So the mind might drift off to something, like what are we going to have for dinner today? And then gently we'll bring awareness to that and let it just drift back into your practice. In the yogic philosophy or the Sanskrit, it's called Chitta Vritta Nirodha, which when translated literally means to still the fluctuations of the mind. And that's what we are aiming to do in our practice, is to still those fluctuations, all those thoughts, that mind chatter, in a compassionate and kind way. So as we practice, just be aware of them, just treat them with curiosity. So let's start seated. Soften the eyes down to your mat or take a little gaze down, or even shut the eyes down. For some, shutting the eyes isn't comfortable. If it's not comfortable for you, let your eyes just rest on one spot. Almost like you're just looking without seeing. If the eyes are shut, maybe just soften the eyeballs, turn the gaze inward. Ground down with your sit bones. So imagine that there's a hook just hooking you into Mother Earth. And then just letting the rest of the body just lift up, as though someone's just softly just lengthening through the spine. Again, notice the mind now. Those vrittis in the Sanskrit, those little fluctuations, almost like little whirlwinds within your own mind. We all have them. Just with your breath, your inhale and your exhale, start to notice as the breath slows down, whether that's reflected in your mind. Practice all those little tools that we gain. Over time, we can quiet those fluctuations. Turn our gaze inwards and just listen to what's there. Let's take 2 breaths together. A deep inhale in through the nose, a big letting go sigh out the mouth. One more like that. Breathing in, let the breath go. On the inhale, start to peel the arms all the way up, so you're gaining length. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, bending the elbows, using your own body resistance, let the palms just float all the way down. 2 more like that. Breathing in, the arms reach all the way up, taking a big stretch. And as you breathe out, your own body resistance coming all the way down. On the inhale, the arms reach all the way up. Let the right fingertips grab hold of the left wrist. On the inhale, float that left arm up. Feel that stretch down the left side. As you exhale, take a stretch over to the right. We're doing 2 more like that. Inhale, you're reaching all the way up. Exhale, taking the stretch the same side. 1 more, breathing in to reach all the way up, and breathing out, taking the stretch over. Inhale, the arms reach up, interlacing the fingertips, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, scoop the belly in and reach forward. Make sure you're grounded with those sit bones. On the inhale, you're reaching all the way up, perhaps adding a back bend at the top of the inhale. And as you exhale, reaching forward. This time on the breath in, the arms reach up. The left fingertips grab hold of the right wrist. On the breath in, just create length, so stretching up that right side. On the breath out, over to the left. 2 more like that. Breathing in to reach all the way up. And breathing out to take the stretch. 1 more. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to take the stretch. Inhale, that right arm comes up, the left arm comes to meet it. Take a big breath in, perhaps adding a back bend here. And as you exhale, hands to your heart space, empty the breath. Let's open the heart. On the breath in, peel the shoulders back, the heart opens, the gaze can go up. And on the breath out, just counteract that stretch. Scoop the belly in, bring the palms in front and drop the gaze. 2 more, breathing in to reach all the way back. Breathing out. Reaching forward. 1 more. Inhaling in. And then letting the breath go. On the breath in, reach the arms up. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, left hand in front, right hand behind. Take a breath in to lengthen. Notice those little fluctuations in the mind. And as you exhale, turn and gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. Just noticing with curiosity. Exhale to twist. Everything comes all the way back round to center. The arms are reaching all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out the other side, right hand in front, left hand behind. First you inhale to lengthen, soft jawline. Exhale, feel the twist in the belly and the spine. Breathing in to lengthen and breathing out to twist. Everything comes all the way back round to center. The arms reach up again. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, place them in front of you, either rolling over the ankles, kicking them out to the side, bringing the knees to hip width distance, the palms to shoulder width distance. Let's just take some rotation of the hips, one way and then the other way. And perhaps we need to set peace of mind as our highest goal and then organize our life around it. We need that patience to calm the mind in that turbulent storm, that mind chatter. And then in time, we'll notice that the storm will pass. Just finish the rotation or the movement that you're on, coming back to a neutral spine, dropping the gaze down. Let's take some cat-cow curls. On the breath in, the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And on the breath out, that rounding and arching. 2 more like that. Breathing in, waist goes back as the gaze goes up. And as you breathe out, rounding and arching. 1 more, keep the shoulders soft. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. Back to a neutral spine. Soften through the shoulders. When you're ready, extend the right leg behind you. Take a big breath in. Engage to the core. Keep the hips nice and steady. You're pushing out through that right sole of the foot. Either stay here or bring the left arm forward for a balance. Keep the eye gaze low so there's no straining in the neck. Keep the breath flowing. 1 more breath. Either staying here or reaching back, catching the foot. I'm pulling it towards you, peeling that left shoulder open. Gaze can be down. Try not to dump the weight into that right wrist. Push out through that right wrist. Notice the breath in, notice the breath out. 1 more breath. Bringing everything back to extension, left arm in front, right leg behind. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, dropping everything down onto the mat. Let's walk the fingertips to the edges of the mat. Drop the chest down, push the hips up towards the ceiling, coming into puppy pose. Really creeping those finger mounds forward. Pushing the chest down, getting that nice extension of the spine. 1 more breath. And then walking the hands all the way back onto all fours. Take a breath in, let the breath go. This time the left leg extends behind you. Push out through the sole of that left foot. Engage the core muscles, widen through the collarbone, and then bring that right arm forward if you're wanting a balance. Start to quiet the mind with your breath. Listen to your soul communicating with you. One more breath. If you want to take it further, reaching back, catching the foot, or just making the action if you can't quite connect. Pulling the foot towards you, getting that quad stretch. This time the right shoulder peels open. Pushing the mat away with the left hand. One more breath. Let's come back to extension first. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, everything drops down onto the mat. Another cat-cow curl here. Inhaling in and letting the breath go. Back to a neutral spine. Right leg extends behind you. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, landing it all the way through. Use your hands to help if you need to. Notice the quality of your mind right now. Learn the tools to calm down the winds of your mind, and perhaps we'll enjoy a greater inner peace. Once you feel stable, hug the inner thighs together and then breathe the arms up slowly. Take a big breath in, reaching all the way up. Keep pressing into the mat with the feet. On the breath in, open the heart. Take a back bend. Shoulders peel back, heart opens. Gaze can be neutral or up. And on the exhale, straighten the front leg a little as you bring the arms in front and drop the gaze. Inhale, you're lunging with the right knee, opening the heart. Exhale, just drawing that knee back, bringing the arms in front. Two more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. One more. Inhaling and exhaling. On the breath in, the arms are reaching all the way up. Take a big breath in. On the breath out, let the left arm just rest on that right thigh. Right arm comes behind you. Taking a breath in first, and then as you exhale, turning gaze over that right shoulder, really grounding down in the feet to keep you stable. With each inhale, you're lengthening. With each exhale, perhaps twisting a little bit more. Use your core to keep you stable. Everything comes all the way back round. The arms reach all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, just drop them down to frame that front foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Lift the leg up. Push it to the back of the mat. Press into the left hand. Lunge with that right knee and breathe the right arm up. The gaze can be at that top hand or just keep it neutral. Inhale, reach up a little bit taller. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, dropping the hand down. Focusing your gaze at the top of the mat. Push out through the ball of the back foot. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, step forward and hang in ragdoll. Either letting the arms just hang loose, the crown of the head heavy, or interlacing opposite palms to opposite elbows. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Don't let the behaviour of other people or external circumstances destroy that inner peace within you. Know that you're breathing in and know that you're breathing out. One more breath. Dropping the hands back down to the mat. On the inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. On the exhale, a forward fold as you empty the breath. On the inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to standing. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, hands to your heart space as you empty the breath completely. Inhale, the arms reach up, perhaps adding a back bend at the top of the inhale to open that upper body. And as you exhale, a swan dive down to your mat. Empty the breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. A forward fold as you empty the breath. One more round. Breathe the arms all the way up. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring it all the way down to your heart space. Grounding with the feet. Inhale, perhaps a deeper back bend as the arms peel over the head. And as you exhale, coming down to your mat as you empty the breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. A forward fold as you empty the breath. On the inhale, come into a halfway lift again, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, place the hands down on the mat. Bring wide on the mat, the two big toes together. Just drop into child's pose. Reaching forward with the arms, just letting the head rest on something. Soften the back of the neck, feel the hips towards the heels, getting that nice stretch of the spine. Notice the quality of mind, notice any fluctuations. Notice if the mind's drifted off to the next part of your day. And gently just guide it back with your breath. Those fluctuations will just come and they'll just go. Let your breath be your anchor. One more breath. Pressing into the palms, lifting the hips up, coming back onto all fours, scooting the knees back to hip width distance. Let's take a cat-cow here. A breath in, the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And as you breathe out, that rounding and arching. Back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, that left leg extends behind you. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, landing it through. Widen through the collarbones. Hug the inner thighs together to get that stability. And once you feel stable, let's breathe the arms all the way up. Take a big breath in, grow nice and tall. And as you exhale, bring the hands to your heart space. Make sure those feet are really grounded, anchoring you down. On the breath in, peeling the shoulders back, the heart opens, the gaze can go up. And on the breath out, just drawing that left knee towards you as the arms come in front and you drop the gaze. Inhale, you're lunging with that left knee, opening the heart, gaze can go up. Exhale, scooping the belly in, drawing that left knee in. Two more. Breathing in to open up. Breathing out. Arms in front, feel the stretch. One more. Breathing in. And letting the breath go. This time on the breath in, draw the arms all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, the right arm rests on that left thigh. The left arm comes behind. Take a breath into length and grounding with the feet. And as you breathe out, you're turning and gazing over that left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, perhaps twisting a little bit more. One more breath. Everything comes all the way back round. The arms reach up, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, come down and frame that front foot. We're coming on the ball of the back foot, lifting the leg up, scooting the foot to the back of the mat. Lunging with that left knee, keeping that right hand grounded. This time the left arm reaches all the way up. The gaze can follow. Reaching up nice and tall, take a big breath in here. And as you breathe out, the left hand comes down. Push out through the ball of that back foot, lunge with the left knee, take a breath in, focus your eye gaze. As you breathe out, we're stepping forward. Just allowing the body to hang in ragdoll. The gentle rock from side to side. Can you train your mind to be calm in every situation? Peace is simply the result of training your mind to process life as it is, rather than as you think it should be. One more breath here. On the inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. On the exhale, a forward fold as you empty the breath. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, bring the hands to your heart space as you empty the breath. Inhale, reaching up and over. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, take a swan dive to your back. Empty the breath completely. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, bending the knees, placing the hands on the mat, stepping the right foot back. Adjust the feet. Left knee is in a lunge, that back leg is nice and strong. Once you feel stable, breathing the arms up for warrior one. Soften the gaze. Widen through the collarbones. Drop the shoulders so there's no straining at all. On the breath in, straighten the front leg. The arms reach all the way up. On the breath out, you're lunging again, opening that upper body. Gaze can be neutral or you can gaze up. Keep grounded in the feet. Breathing in, the arms reach all the way up, the front leg straight. As you breathe out, lunging, opening the upper body. One more. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. Inhale, the arms reach all the way up. As you exhale, open the hips and the arms to warrior two. Softness through the shoulders, adjusting the feet as you need to. Drop the back hand on the back thigh, flip the front palm. On the breath in, reversing the stretch, reaching up and over. On the breath out, lunging with that left arm as that left knee lunges too. Breathing in, you're reaching up and over. Breathing out to lunge. One more. Inhaling in and letting the breath go. Bring the back hand to meet the front hand. Crossing the arms on the breath in, rocking back on the front heel, bending the back knee as you come down. And on the breath out, we're back to warrior two. Let's keep flowing. Inhaling in, breath and movement. Exhaling out. One more. Breathing in. And letting the breath go. The back hand comes to meet the front hand again. The arms reach all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, come down and frame that front foot again. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Scoot it to the back of the mat. Swing the left hand to the inner edge of the left foot and then drop the back knee down, flatten off the back foot. Let's get into the hip flexors. So scooting the foot out to the left. Taking some gentle movements here on your palms. Some of you may want to come down lower onto your forearms or use your blocks or bolsters if you need an assist. My invitation is simply to observe the fluctuations of the mind. Don't become them. Everything around us is stable, but your mind is fluctuating. And that's why our minds assume that everything is fluctuation. Can we train our minds to be calm, to have that inner peace no matter what life throws at us? Soften the back of the neck. Keep the gaze down low. Some of you may want to keep the right palm or right forearm on the ground and just use the left palm just to gently push that left knee or thigh away, just opening the hips up a little bit more. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice the quality of your mind. One more breath here. The left arm reaches all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, dropping the left palm down. Push yourself up onto both palms. Scoot the foot back to the center of the mat so the palms are framing it. Coming onto the ball of the back foot. Take a breath in as you lift the leg up, and as you breathe out, we're back into ragdoll. Just let that upper body be heavy. A gentle rock from side to side. Know that it's that mind chatter which draws our mind away from the present moment. The yoga, the breath, the movement, the mindfulness helps us quiet that mind chatter. On the inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. On the exhale, folding forward, empty the breath. Breathe the arms all the way back up. On the breath in, the gaze can follow. As you exhale, hands to your heart space, empty the breath completely. Inhale to reach up and over, deepen the back bend. And as you exhale, a swan dive down to your mat as you empty the breath. A halfway lift, a forward fold. Inhale, another halfway lift, the spine lengthens. As you exhale, placing the hands on the mat, this time the left leg steps back. Adjust the feet to get nice and stable, pressing into the mat with the feet, hugging the inner thighs together. Once you're stable, breathing the arms up, warrior one. Adjusting the feet as you need to. Let the shoulders drop, let everything be soft. Collarbones are wide. On the breath in, reaching the arms up, straightening the front leg. On the breath out, lunging with that right knee as you open the heart and gaze up. Inhaling to reach all the way up. Exhaling to lunge, opening the heart. 2 more. Breathing in, creating length. Breathing out to take the stretch. 1 more. Inhaling and exhaling. On the breath in, the arms reach up. On the breath out, let's open up to warrior 2. Softness in the shoulders, adjusting the feet as you need to. Let those shoulders be soft, grounding with the feet. The back hand comes onto that back thigh. We're flipping the front palm. On the breath in, reversing, reaching up and over with that right arm. On the breath out, back through to warrior 2. Inhaling to reach up and over. Exhaling, warrior 2. 1 more. Inhaling in and then letting the breath go. The back hand comes to meet the front hand, crossing the arms. On the breath in, bending that back knee, rocking on the front heel as you drop the body down. On the breath out, we open back up to warrior 2. Inhaling in to come down. Exhaling, warrior 2. 1 more. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Soften the shoulders, ground with the feet. The back hand comes to meet the front hand. The arms reach all the way up, getting leg first. And as you exhale, coming down to frame that front foot, pivoting on the ball of the back foot, scooting it to the back of the mat, lunging with the right knee, bringing the right palm to the inner edge of the right foot, and then dropping the back knee down. Just opening up this side, just taking perhaps a gentle rock from side to side to go a little bit deeper, scooting the foot to the right edge of the mat, dropping onto your forearms or just staying on your palms. You decide what feels nourishing for you. Most important thing is that breath and that quality of mind. If we're not calm within us, we can't listen deeply and understand. But when our mind is calm, we can see reality more clearly. Stillness is simply the foundation of understanding and insight. Smile, breathe, perhaps go a little slower. Remember, observe the fluctuations, but don't become them. Notice how this side of the body's feeling. Notice the breath. If you're wanting to stay on the left palm or left forearm, you can keep it on the mat and use the right palm just to push the right knee or thigh away, leaning the body in the opposite direction. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. A few more breaths here. And then dropping the right palm down, bringing the left palm to meet it if you're on your forearm, scooting the foot back to the center of the mat so the palms are framing it, coming onto the ball of the back foot, lifting the leg up, focusing your gaze. Take a deep breath in as you breathe out, stepping forward. Again, ragdoll. Notice how this ragdoll pose feels compared to the first one. Notice how the mind feels compared to the start of the practice. Slow down your breath. Simple inhalation and simple exhalation. Pressing down into the mat with the left palm. Push the left knee forward. Push the right hip back and reach up with that right arm. You feel a stretch down the whole of that right leg from the glute all the way down. Left knee pushes forward, right hip pushes back. 1 more breath. And as you exhale, let's swap it over. The right hand comes down, the right knee pushes forward, the left hip pushes back. And we're reaching up with that left arm. Gaze is either down at the mat or up towards that top thumb. If you want to go deeper, you just push a little harder through that right knee and back with the left hip. One more breath. Left hand comes down. Inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. Exhale, a forward fold as we empty the breath. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to standing. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, hands to your heart space. Empty the breath completely. Just place the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Soften the knees down. Interlace the fingertips at the base of the belly. Elbows nice and wide. On the breath in, hands to your heart space. On the breath out, soften the knees as you push the palms away and drop the gaze. Inhale, the arms reach all the way up, the legs straight, and we add a back bend here. And as you exhale, softening the knees again, arms out to the side. Interlacing the fingertips behind you. Take a big breath in as you squeeze the shoulder blades and gaze up. And as you breathe out, squatting down a little bit more, and just guiding everything back in. Let's do one more round to your belly. Inhale, elbows wide, hands to your heart space. Exhale, softening the knees to push away. Breathing in, floating the arms all the way up and over, the heart opens. Exhale, the knees soften, the arms peel out to the side, interlacing the fingertips behind you. Take a big breath in, the shoulder blades kiss. And as you exhale, squatting down, bringing your hands in prayer at your heart space. Take a breath in, ground with your feet. A big sigh out the mouth. Inhale, the arms are reaching all the way up. As you exhale, a swan dive down to your mat, emptying the breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, placing the hands on the mat, just dropping the knees down, coming into a comfortable seated posture as we round off and seal our practice with some breath work. Before we come into that, just sitting up nice and straight, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears on the inhale, and a big as you just drop them down. Two more like that. Breathing in. One more. Inhale and let the breath go. Dropping the head from side to side, feeling the stretch down one side. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling over to the other side. Breathing in, back to center. As you exhale, tuck chin in towards the chest. Feel the stretch down the back of the neck. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tipping the head back, feeling the stretch at the front of the neck and the chin. Inhale, come back to center. Just place one hand on our heart, the other on our belly. Just notice the breath in, notice the breath out. Feel free to shut the eyes down or take that little half gaze down at your mat. Know that the answers you seek never come when the mind is busy. They come when the mind is still. As you just continue to slow down your breath, perhaps consciously making the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Just be that observer of those little fluctuations of the mind. Soften through the shoulders, lift up through the crown of the head. Let your sit bones be your anchor, anchoring you down into Mother Earth. Soften the facial features. Deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Be more like this, just simply observing. As you're continuing to breathe, as the breeze ruffles the surface of the lake and distorts the images reflected, so also those bridges, those fluctuations of the mind will disturb your peace of mind. The still waters of a lake reflect the beauty around it. When the mind is still, the beauty of the self is seen reflected in it. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. A big letting go sigh out the mouth. Still the mind. Inhale peace. Let go of worries. Exhale stress. Notice the breath. Connect to all and embrace calm. Give yourself the space to listen to your own voice and your own soul. Too many people listen to the noise of the world and get lost in the crowd. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. A big letting go sigh out the mouth. One more like that. Inhaling in. A big letting go sigh out the mouth. Bringing your hands to your heart space as you gently bow towards your thumb tip. To seal our practice, my invitation is to notice those fluctuations of the mind, but don't become them. There are times when we stop, we sit still, we listen, and as we do so, breezes from a whole other world begin to whisper, calming the mind, calming the fluctuations. This is the yoga, with compassion, with grace and kindness. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us for Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you've enjoyed the class. Please subscribe and make sure if you have any questions, please send an email, get in touch some way. Once again, thank you and have a great day.